Hello everyone, Chocolo Roberto here for another video review. This time we have the Galaxy Ripple. So this is the, I've just reviewed the Cadbury's Flake. This is basically Galaxy's answer to that. Basically sort of, I don't really know how you would describe them really, but the sort of chocolates, so you can see kind of how it's made. It's kind of layered and layered like this, and it ends up being a chocolate that's kind of just got lots of layers of thin amounts of chocolate that built up into sort of like a crumbly, flaky texture, and very nice. I don't know how they do it, but it's gorgeous. The Ripple, they've always said this is their answer to the Flake, but I've never really thought that was true. The Ripple, to me, from what I remember, I've not had one for a while, it's kind of the same, but it's kind of covered in a layer of chocolate on top, so it's not really flaky. Maybe more ripply. Yeah, so it's got the typical Galaxy colours, like the creamy colour. Not really a matte finish on this one. I think I just reviewed the Cookie Crumble, had a matte finish. But you can see it's shiny, it's not matte at all, that. So yeah, so not quite the same brand colourings as yet. I don't know if they're phasing it in or whatnot, and this is an older one, I'm not sure, but yeah. But still nice. I like the way the Ripple's written like that. Of course, Galaxy is Dove in mainland Europe. I don't know if the company exists in the US or anywhere like that, but yeah, it's quite a long bar, this one. It's not a typical Galaxy bar. It's long and thin. It's about 19.3 centimetres. Quite a long one. I think longer than a Flake, but of course it does have the flourishes. I still think it's a longer bar than the Flake. But I think, but you'll see, you don't get as much flaky parts with this one because it does have a layer of chocolate around the outside. So let's see if Galaxy are going to help us out with how much calories are actually in this. They're usually pretty bad, actually. They're telling you what's in a bar. They do it per 100 grams. This is a 33 gram bar, so it's literally a third of this. So we probably could work this one out, but sometimes it's not so straightforward. So there's 530 grams per 100, so a fifth of that, a third of that, sorry. That's probably 150, 160 calories, I think. So there's a bit more than that. 200, 180, 360. It's just 180, isn't it? So 175. Yeah, so there's about 175 calories in it, I think. So 250. Yeah. So there's 5 calories gone missing in that calculation. So about 176 calories in this whole bar. So 29.1 grams of fat. So we want a third of that. So it's just about 10, isn't it? Just under 10. Just under 10. And 17.2 grams of which are saturates. So again, we want a third of that. 6, 12, 18. So again, just under 6, isn't it really? So just under 6. So just under 6 grams of saturated fat. It's a bit of rough working out there, but as I say, Galaxy don't do themselves any favours by not telling us just what's in it. Right, so does it give you any actual blurb on it? I don't think it does. Usually there's at least something. Just says milk chocolate contains vegetable fats in addition to cocoa butter. I can't see any blurb on this at all, which is a bit disappointing. I guess the name in itself does enough, but you know, there's usually something, isn't there? But you know, oh well. Never mind. Right, so let's get into it. So yeah, so I can already tell you the glue on this bar is a bit much, but yes, okay. So yeah, so I can already tell you that. I mean, you can see straight away. To me, this isn't the same as a Flake already, but I will measure it before I forget. So it's 15 and a half. So it was about 19, wasn't it? So we lost about 3 and a half, something like that. But yeah, look, I mean, it's covered in chocolate. You know, this is not. There's no flaky bits. I mean, some might prefer that. You know, let's not forget the fact that it might be better that it doesn't crumble all over the place. But it's not the same bar, you know, is it at all? There's no crumbs or anything. You know, if this was a flake, you would get flaky bits everywhere, and you know, doesn't really. It smells okay. You know, you have to really sort of get close to smell it. It smells of Galaxy chocolates. I mean, I think a flake doesn't really smell of Cadbury's chocolate. It smells very unique. Yeah. So if Cadbury's did release a sort of flake covered in chocolate like this, I don't know why they did it really. I don't know. Well, I do know why they did it, but I don't think they needed to do it. Yeah, so you can kind of see at the end where the chocolate's not quite covered it, that it's like got a flaky inside. But I think even when I snap this, even if I snapped it and stuff, it wouldn't all flake everywhere. I don't remember Ripples ever doing that. So they're just fundamentally not the same chocolate, if you ask me. So let's give it a snap. Be proved wrong. So it's a bit softer, this. It's already melting quite softly. It didn't snap, it sort of bent a bit, then snapped. So it's, you know, but you can see it's the same concept. It has got flaky bits in it. But I don't know. It's just not the same, even with the middle. Cadbury's is kind of layered like that, and it's kind of all over the place. And it flakes off sideways. You know, it flakes off like that because it's layered, you know, vertically or whatever. And in many ways, so you can get big shavings, like a shave of it coming off. Whereas this, it just isn't like that. It's just literally chocolate folded on top of each other. It's just not the same. Just isn't the same, you know. Okay, anyway, enough of that. So I think we can say it isn't the same as a flake. It's got similarities, but it's not the same. Okay, so let's give it a try. So that's flaked off a bit. I'll give it that. We can see it's all crumbs rather than flakes. If you watch my flake review. Well, and it doesn't work the same as a flake even in your mouth. A flake, it's so soft when you eat it, yet it remains what it was. It's just a beautiful soft. This just sort of melts into a lump of Galaxy chocolate when you eat it. Whereas a flake, when you eat that, it remains a flake. It's just really soft, and it just goes in a way that only a flake does, if you know what I mean, in your mouth. I can't quite describe it. You know, it remains what it was, but it just gently, you know, dissolves in your mouth, but keeps its structure as a flake, if that makes any sense. Whereas this one, as I say, it just dissolves into a big lump of Galaxy chocolate. You know. I mean, when you bite it, there's partitions in there between the flaky bits, so you do get a sort of soft bite. But this is melting in my hands as well, a bit more than the Cadbury's one. And it's very soft, as in because it's melting almost. It's not soft because of what it is. Yeah. Don't be fooled for a second. You know, if you want a flake, buy a flake. This isn't a flake. You know, it's not Galaxy's equivalent. It might be Galaxy's equivalent, but it's not the same at all. You know, basically, so you can see, I'm trying to snap it and it just doesn't snap. It could be because of the chocolate layer on top. It might snap if it didn't have that. It's hard to say. You can see it's just bending. You can see. It bends. It's flaking off a bit. But it's bending, you know, it's just not the same. It could be because it's Galaxy's chocolate, I don't know, but anyway. We've established it isn't a flake. I think we don't need to go on about that anymore. It does look nice though. I like the way it is rippled on top of each other. I think it's a very lovely, lives up to its name well. I'll say when you eat it, it just dissolves into a brick of, it all compresses on top of each other, and what you're left with is the texture of eating some Galaxy chocolate, basically. Not anything different. But But it does taste nice. If you like Galaxy chocolate, you'll like this. I don't think you're really getting much that you wouldn't get from eating a bar of Galaxy chocolate. Maybe the initial bite, the way it all compresses slightly because there's air in here, is a bit of a different texture sensation. But after a couple of seconds, you know, you've just got some Galaxy chocolate. Whereas I don't think that's the case with the Cadbury's Flake. You know, when you eat that, after a couple of seconds, you haven't just got a Cadbury's Dairy Milk, you've got something completely different. So I think a 3 out of 5 for me. Pretty average, this. Yeah. It's nice, I do like it a lot, but there's nothing really special about this bar. I don't feel like I'm having anything special, as I did with the Cadbury's Flake. So I think that's the gist of it. But it's nice, it is nice, and I would like this with ice cream as well. But yeah, just nothing exceptional about it. And the gimmick doesn't really do anything. It is pretty much a gimmick. Okay guys, so I hope you like that review. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you disagree with me. If this is your favourite bar, let me know. Nice to hear what you think about it. But subscribe and follow me on Twitter and things like this. Like my videos. Take care and thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Thanks so much guys. See you soon. Bye.